Hi Rachel, my name's Dr. B. I'm going to be performing a face skin mapping and a scalp check on you today. And let me just get your chart. So it looks like you're a new patient here. Can I just get your first name confirmed for me?
Yeah, Rachel.
Okay. And Rachel, tell me a little bit about what's going on with your skin or your scalp today. What brought you in today?
I'm experiencing a little bit of tingling in the scalp.
Tingling in the scalp, okay. And it says that you've been having issues for about 3 weeks, is that correct?
Correct.
Okay, has it gotten worse during that time or stayed the same?
A little bit worse.
A little bit worse, okay. And is there anything that makes it worse? Showering, sun exposure, anything like that, or just random? Sun, okay. And anything else I should know about before I do your general exam?
No.
Okay. So because the scalp is what's bothering you, I'm going to go ahead and do that last. That way if there's any discomfort after the exam, you can just rest and recover and not have to go through the face mapping. So I'll start with the face mapping. And we do like to just do a general check and inspection of the face and the skin, on the neck, anytime we see a new client. So I'm going to start out just looking with a light here. And I may move you gently. Just let me know if anything bothers you. There is some freckling on the skin. Overall very moist and good shape. Checking for turgor, very supple. Couple of freckles, moles here and there, might want to measure. And how often are you getting skin checks?
Every year or so.
Okay, no problems so far? Any biopsies or anything removed?
No.
Okay. Just taking a look at the lips. Alright, so with general inspection, I do see a couple of nevi and freckles. You are fair-skinned. You mentioned the sun was bothering your scalp. Have you had any recent sun exposure or burns, or just day-to-day activity?
Day-to-day.
Day-to-day, okay. And are you wearing an SPF on the skin every single day?
Yes.
Perfect. So I'm going to take a slightly closer look here with my magnifying lens, and it's going to involve me touching you on the skin here like that. Is that all right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm just going to examine every section of the skin closely here. So I'm starting with the forehead here, I think. And the pores are quite small. Not much oil production in them at all. Just normal hair distribution. They're very fair. Skin is even. There is just one nevi here I want to measure. That is about only a centimeter, or millimeter rather. Round, even in texture and color. Moving on. Just another small mark here. And that one also looks fine. Just checking the eyebrows now. Even distribution. Nice thick growth. Any issues with thinning or hair loss?
No.
Okay. Do you pluck or maintain the eyebrows in any way, or is this completely natural?
All natural.
That's perfect. They look great. Looking at the eyelashes. Again, nice and thick, good distribution. I'm going to go ahead and move on to the bridge of the nose. So there's a bit more freckling here, and you do have 2 piercings I see, but I'm looking and those are well healed. How long have you had those?
About a year.
Okay, any infection or tenderness?
No.
It's all okay. So there's just that bit more freckling on the nose, a little bit more oil production as is common, and but not excessive blemishes or really no acne of any kind, so that's good. There's just a couple freckles here as well. Just gonna make a note of that and just double check, but I don't think any of them look suspicious. And we'll just mark 3 on the right side of the face, down cheek to chin. I'll just turn you here to this side. There is one down here that is just slightly bigger than normal, slightly asymmetrical. I'd say that's about 3 millimeters by 1.5 millimeters, so slight asymmetry, slightly raised as well. Any issues with that in the past? Okay. I'm just going to make a note of it. I don't think it looks concerning to me at this time. Color is uniform, but it's something we definitely want to watch. If there's any growth, we can consider removal. And now down to the lips and the chin. No cracking of the lips. Chin is very clear. There's just that one right by the nose here. But again, round, symmetrical, no darkened colors, no uneven borders. So that looks great. So you said tingling in the scalp, but no tingling in the face, correct?
Right.
So we'll just do a really quick sensation exam to make sure all of that is intact. So just keep your eyes closed and say yes when you feel me touch you.
Yes. 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 Yes.
Okay. And which one feels sharper, this one or this one?
First one.
Okay. And which one feels sharper, this one or that one?
The right one.
This one here, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And does this feel sharp or dull?
Sure.
Dull. Okay. So all of that's fine. And in general, the face is in really good shape. And I think we're going to move on to the scalp now where you're having that issue, okay? So I'll try to be as gently as possible. I'm just going to brush out the hair so I don't have any issues with tangling when I'm looking through it. And do you have any color in your hair?
Yes.
Just lift it up for me. Any breakage or brittleness after coloring?
No.
Okay. And any change in hair products over the last few weeks since you've been noticing that tingling?
No.
And how often are you shampooing the scalp?
Once every 2 or 3 days.
Okay, perfect. So not too much. And so you do have quite a bit of hair, and I do want to look through it pretty closely to make sure there's no issues. So just give me a few minutes and I will let you know if I have any questions. I'll part it into two here. And we can start out on the right side. Again, I'm just going to start looking at the scalp itself. Just going to have you turn your head slightly. Is that comfortable for you? Just one little spot there I want to look at closer. Just looks like maybe an ingrown hair or something. Any pain right there?
No.
Okay, good. Am I eliciting that tingling at all when I touch you with my tool here?
Only slightly.
Okay. So I am seeing just a little bit of redness on the scalp. A couple of spots that look like they could be sunburns. See one little freckle there I want to take a look at. Measure that. Sometimes freckles can hide underneath the scalp, and we want to make sure we're tracking them. We don't forget that they could be growing. That looks fine. I'm just going to note it. Do you wear hats when you go outside?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. So because you are so fair, you may be more susceptible to burns. Of course, we're all susceptible to UV rays, no matter what. But is that all right on your neck?
Yeah.
Just going to get this side. And come back to center for me. Just going to pull out the hair from underneath there. So I'll check the hair itself now for any deposits, flaking, critters, anything like that. But based on my initial findings, I think you're getting repeated sun exposure. That's causing some distress there on the scalp, but there's a couple more tests I need to do to confirm that. So I'm just going through the hair now with this specialty comb. It's going to grab anything that's hiding in there. The scalp is very well moisturized. There's really no flaking or dandruff, which is good. Just a fuzz. That's all fine. Didn't see anything unusual. I'm going to, before I apply a little treatment, again, just confirming my suspicions that I do think that it's a sun exposure issue. I will just go ahead and quickly test that sensation in the scalp, as well as palpate a little before I start rubbing into it. I don't want to cause too much distress, okay? So I want you to just say yes when you feel a little puff of cotton, okay? Keeping your eyes closed.
Yes. 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 Yes.
Is that too uncomfortable for you? Does that make the tingling much worse?
No.
Okay. Same thing, I want you to tell me if it feels like this sharp little scratch or a light puff, okay? So sharp or dull.
Sharp. Dull. Sharp. Dull. Sharp. Dull.
Good.
Sharp. Sharp.
Right.
Sharp.
Very good.
Dull.
And again, any heightened discomfort or tingling with that?
No.
How about when I press on the head here? Is this too unbearable?
No.
Okay. So that's about the max amount of force you'll feel when I apply the treatment. So should be okay there, but of course stop me if you feel very uncomfortable. looking at the hair itself, it's very healthy, extremely thick, no split ends, even color. I know you said you color your hair, but even here at the roots, nice even color. No thinning, just a couple little baby hairs there. Okay. So you're going to feel a little bit of a spray. I've got a little bit of a bottle, spray in a bottle that is designed to coat the skin on the scalp in the same way that sunscreen does, but it lasts a little bit longer. I do encourage you to wear hats when you can, but this will give you an extra layer of protection as well. So again, I'll start out on this right side. If you just tilt your head, perfect. I'm going to be focusing on the sides and the top of the head. It's most exposed. Obviously the bottom is important too, but it is protected by the rest of your head. Back to center for me, please. Just setting that aside. Paying particular attention to the part here that is the side that gets the most exposure to the sun. Again, just tilt your head for me. Thank you so much. I'm just going to apply some gloves and really rub that into the scalp. Pulling the hair a little bit to stimulate that blood flow, try and get a little bit of healing to the area. I think that tingling will go away as soon as you stop getting too much exposure from the sun, because you're essentially just getting a sunburn in your sunburn. How's everything feeling, Rachel?
Good.
Okay. I'm just going to brush the hair out one more time since I have moved it up a little bit. Alright, so I'm going to just make couple of notes in the chart about what we did with you today. We did apply that sun protecting treatment. And I'm going to send you home with a little sample of a shampoo that's specifically designed to have that effect as well. That might be good for summer. And I definitely encourage you to wear some sort of head protection as well, scarf or hat, that kind of thing. Any other questions for me today?
No.
Okay, any remaining discomforts?
No.
All right, well, thank you so much for coming in. I hope you feel better soon.
Thank you.